This is going to be an essay, video essay, on tier list about what operators new and existing and returning players for Siege X should pick. This will be an S to F tier list. We'll run down the tiers real quick. S, great teacher and pick. This is going to teach you about core mechanics of Siege while also being a good pick loadout wise. A is just a genuine downgrade from that. It's going to be like a weaker gadget, weaker loadout, maybe not going to teach you as much, but still good pick. You can comfortably stay around A tier. B, you could do better. Just means there are better picks. Maybe there's even a better operator that does like the same job, but it's okay. You can kind of deal with it. C, teachers and situations. This just means in a certain situation, you're going to learn a mechanic of Siege, but the rest of the time the operator is going to be complete and utter garbage. D, not worth your time. These could be arguably good operators. It's just putting all your time into that is not a good idea, even if they're a great operator. I'll kind of point out an example that I'm specifically seeing when we get to that. F, trash. There's no point to playing them. It's just a garbage operator. You're probably not going to learn much from it. Why are you there? And starting off strong, we have Ace. I'm not a big Ace player. Ace is really good though. He has a great loadout, great gadget, and overall, she's going to teach you how to hard breach. She's going to teach you how to coordinate. There's like really no downside to picking an Ace, unless like you have another hard breacher. But if you want a hard breacher, they're probably playing Ace. We have Alibi. Alibi is C. I like Alibi a lot, but she is definitely not a great operator. She will teach you where people are going to aim, mostly up staircases and hallways. Outside of that, she's not going to teach you much, or she's not really going to be a good operator. Next, we have Amaru. Amaru is kind of same category. Actually, I'm going to put him in the same tier of pretty good loadout-wise instead of game sense-wise, and probably going to teach you how to rush, but that really doesn't matter because if you don't know the map and you're picking the wrong window, you're going to freaking grappling hook into sight and get your head taken off. Which means that loadout isn't going to be put to good use, even though I like her flashes and her shotgun. But whatever. Next, we have Aruni. Aruni, overall, I'm going to say A to S. I'm going to say low S. I'm not a big Aruni fan. She's going to give you a bad habit of trying to stay in sight, something I had to work on due to a different operator I'll probably bring up later. But she is pretty good. She's fun to play. Her fisting technique that's what that's called. That is not what that's called. But her technique is pretty good with using that, and it's going to help you with sight setup. But she is fun enough, simple. Even after your death, it's going to be useful, which is a pretty big thing. I should mention that you're going to die a lot in Siege, so having a gadget that will help your group and your team after you're dead is pretty important. Next is Ashe. I'm going to put Ashe in A. Now, I like Ashe. I do like playing Ashe, but she's definitely going to force you to rush and be a bit more self-reliant if you want to be a good Ashe player and get a good 1-for-2 ratio of 2 kills per your death. But that really doesn't matter. You're going to build a bad sense of not relying on your team, and R6 is a team game. Next, we have Azami. I'm going to put Azami in A. If I'm being honest, she's an S tier operator. I really like playing Azami. The issue is you're going to have to worry about your Kiba barriers, and for a new player thinking about gunfights and stuff, that's going to be pretty difficult. And you're going to get yelled at for shit site setups and everything, about people just yelling at you for the sake of yelling at you. But what are you going to do about it? She is a good operator. Blackbeard. Blackbeard is easily S tier. Even if you don't know a shield meta, there's no point to not playing him, because you have the best utility in the game of being able to break soft walls and also having grenades to flush people out of. And like I said, if you're not a good shield player overall, that's fine. You can just kind of crutch on your freaking AR you have. And he's good overall. I would pick him if you're just trying to do shields. If you're not really a shield type of person, I'd stay away, because you're just going to build up shield habits, which are stupid habits most of the time. Speaking of stupid shields, we have Blitz. Blitz, man. Blitz. I like Blitz. He's fun to play. But it's Blackbeard, but worse, basically. Like, yeah, you could run into a room and flash a couple people and get some kills, but you have a pistol. The shield's not fully covered, so you're going to have to crouch. You're loud and you're slow. At least with the new mechanics. His boots, man, are super loud. Point being, he's good, or he wears sneakers, whatever. He is definitely not a great pick overall. Next, we have Brava. Now, Brava is the top, in my opinion, of teachers in situations. Because if they're bringing a cap can, let's say they're bringing Valkyrie, they're bringing anything along those lines where you can hack that, especially if they're bringing Echo. Getting an Echo drone hack is amazing. If you don't have that, there's no real point to picking her. Her gun is okay. I'm not a DMR guy, but it is what it is. You can play that. But outside of that, there's no real good point, and it's just going to teach you to stay on your drone for stupid amounts of time, which is not great. And now we get to one of my favorite operators, Buck. Buck is genuinely peak character for beginning players. This is something I think you should invest in. If you're not buying all your operators off the bat, I'd buy Buck. And that is simply for the reason of how you're going to be able to understand maps. I know that doesn't sound important, but it is stupid important to understand where things are and what you can break. Because the coolest thing you can do as a Buck, no joke, is when there's a higher level site setup where you have, like on a different genuine height level and there's a basement or floor below it. There's nothing cooler than breaking underneath those setups and gunning through the freaking iron bars. There's nothing cooler. But now we go to Capitao. I'm gonna say not worth your time, if I'm being honest. You're not gonna learn much from Capitao. He's a glorified smoke operator with fire that you'll probably end up wasting. If I'm being honest, there's no real point to learning him. It's not worth your time. He is a decent gun, but it's just gonna teach you that you can rely on your gun, and you really shouldn't. Most of the time, you should be relying on your gun off of your gadget most of the time, or at least off site setup if you're a defender. Speaking of site setup, Castle. I'm torn with Castle. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say teacher in situation. He's definitely gonna teach you how to lock down a site. If you're playing hostage, there's no one better than Castle. But you're gonna get yelled at by your teammates for misplacing a castle barricade, and you're going to lose that castle, and you're going to get made fun of, and you are going to put a castle in a place that will never get used. And it is definitely a trial by fire to play him for not much reward. So I just say toss him in teachers for situations, and the UMP is garbage, and we all know it. Cav, I like Cav a lot, but she isn't great. With the new noise and everything, I think she's definitely going to teach people how important noise is in Siege. It was pretty important before Siege X, but it is really important now, man. But she really won't do much. If you get that interrogation off, it's great, but she's also going to give you bad habits of not shooting down opponents unless you're baiting, which you really shouldn't be. And it's just, overall, because she's not a bad operator, but she is definitely kind of not the best pick, so teacher in situation. Clash is D tier. Not as an operator. Clash is a great operator. I want to make this clear. This is not a list of good operators. A lot of these operators I personally like, I'm putting way higher because I love Azami. She would be going in S, but sadly, I cannot do that in good conscience. I kind of like the Clash rework. I think it's a great rework. But as a new player, you're really not going to do much with that because you don't know any sites. You really don't know what operators have utility, so you don't know when's a good time to drop that shield down and get away from it. And you don't know map knowledge. Someone could literally just go up behind you while you're setting that up, and it's probably not a good starting pick. If we're talking about experienced Siege players, she'd be going in A easily, but we're not, so I would avoid this as a beginner. Deimos is good all around in my opinion. We'll put him in between the two girls. Sadly, Deimos is really good. The one thing I think the drawback is with Deimos is it is definitely gonna teach you about roam clearing. With that said, it's probably going to keep you away from site. Now listen, being a beginning operator for CJX, going into site is very important. Just existing in site was a major issue for defenders. Deimos is kind of, say he's roam clear. He's going to clear the roam, but then you're going to be scared about pushing in, which you really shouldn't be, especially with his intel. He's good, he's fun. He might make you an ACOG or Zoom Crutch in general, but he's too fun. I really like playing him. Doc is going, in my opinion, bottom of S tier. I really like Doc. He's going to teach you a lot about what fights you can and can't take, because healing yourself is a good tactic. But once you get too reliant on healing yourself, you're going to make a bad habit of not healing your teammates, and that's going to get you shot in the back of the head by one of your teammates. So I wouldn't recommend playing Doc if you're solo queuing, because it's going to make you look like an asshole. If you have friends, definitely play Doc. He's good. He's definitely going to teach you a lot about how much rate of fire matters in Siege, and that, because literally pick any of his guns besides the shotgun. The shotgun's pretty good, but it's outclassed by both his SMGs. Just play that, and you'll understand why fire rate matters so much in Siege. We have Dokebi. I have friends who play Dokebi. I would probably put her in middle of A, but you're not gonna do much with Dokebi if you're learning the game, because all it's going to teach you to do is call randomly, and you think you'll get a kill off it or get an assist off it, and you'll hack cameras, and maybe it'll be beneficial. But what it's going to do for someone who's just trying their hardest to establish what they're doing in Siege It's going to make you want to play in the back line a lot, which some people excel in the back line. But if you don't, you'll never know, because you'll be trapped down there making calls on your phone and searching through opponents' cams so they desperately shoot them out. It's not worth it. Echo. Echo is kind of slept on, but Echo is not great. I like Echo a lot, but he's kind of going to make you, this is a lot of defending offers, he's just going to make you sit on cams. There's no point to it, because you're not doing much besides sitting in cams. And yeah, maybe if there's a push, you can get off your cam and do that, but that involves getting off your camera, getting off your drone, and there's a lot you can say about Echo, in my opinion. He's good, but he's probably not the best educator. He's still got good weapons, though, so you can play him. Ella, I don't play a lot of Ella. I really don't like Ella, but I guess you could do a lot worse. You could do a lot better, but Ella is fun. We're here, we are kind of still part of the shield meta, in my opinion, at least overall. I'd say I see a lot more shields than I used to when I was playing 2-3 years ago. So I say she's decent for that stuff, but outside of it, I don't really see an issue about not picking her. I don't see an issue about picking her. Whatever. Fenrir. Fenrir is a great operator. I love Fenrir. He'd be near the top with one of my favorite operators, Buck, but he isn't. And sadly, I'm gonna have to strip you down. I'm sorry, Fenrir, but the reason is you're just be placing your mines, and if you don't know where to place your mines and you don't know where pushes are coming from, you're gonna have issues. And I really like Fenrir. I think he could definitely work for someone who's starting, but especially with fire rate, the MP7, great gun, teach you about fire rate. But whatever. You know, he's good. He's a good operator. I like playing him, like I said, but he's not really for a beginner. Finka, though, is definitely for a beginner, in my opinion. I think she is high A tier. Now listen, Finka is going to teach you about team coordination with healing, and it's also going to teach you that you can rely on yourself, but you always need to circle back to your team in the end. And that Finka teaches you that lesson like no one else. She's fun to play. Speaking about the MP7, we have Bandit. Bandit, bruh. I like Bandit. You can Bandit trick is gotten easier, in my opinion. Even with like more stuff coming through, I feel like it's still pretty easy to Bandit trick a couple walls, in my opinion. At least 2. It's pretty easy for someone who's kind of low level like me. But it is fun, so I would put Bandit there. He's a good operator pick, but he's definitely going to get outclassed very quickly. Cade. So, maybe I'll even drop him to C. I'll keep him at low B for right now. Flores is awesome. Great for clearing utility. It is going to make you hop on your drone, which actually is going to help you find hidey holes, which, unless you're playing most drone operators, there's no point to it. So, where am I going to put Flores? I'm going to say teacher in situations. He will definitely educate you on how to break shit really well and get into sight after you start breaking shit, which is pretty good. But, you know, outside of that, not my favorite operator, not the greatest operator, but he's pretty cool. Frost, I'm putting in A. Low A, but A. She is really fun. She is going to teach you about where and how people are going to break into shit, and where and how you can hide those Frost mats. And honestly, the only real difference between a casual Frost and a, like, platinum Frost is game sense, because once you figure out your trap placement and how to hide your traps, you're doing just fine, dude. And pretty good operator, like I said. Fuse. I like Fuse a whole lot, man. He's really fun. Fuse in the hostage, great jokes, great time with the homies. Issue. He has a shit gadget. Even, like, with the situation we have now of way better repelling. One of my favorite updates, by the way, is the complete, like, overhaul to repelling, basically. You can reposition, and you can do all that stuff. You can clear utility, but there's no real point to it, man. He has great guns. I love the AK. I love his shield, but the only real issue and is that gadget that kind of weighs him down so much that I feel I could put him in B. I could, but he teaches you definitely, but he's not as well-rounded as I think a lot of people make him out to be, and he's not as bad as people make him out to be. Someone who is really bad, and I don't think it gets mentioned enough, is Glaz. Glaz is fun. Glaz is fun to play. I like playing Glaz. But, bro. What are you doing with Glaz, if I'm being honest? Like, okay, maybe you're playing plane, sure. But that's just going to teach you how to stay in your scope, okay? He's not fun. He's, like, very turn your brain off. I don't like playing Glaz. And if you're really using your brain, you can have a good time with Glaz, but he's not my thing. Goyo, honestly, in my opinion, is probably one of the best defensive operators for beginners. Just because it teaches you, it kind of has the castle issue of, oh, well, you could technically fuck up a door. But worst case scenario, your team has to wait a bit, which kind of does suck. It is a drawback. It is a penalty. But it is just going to help you understand that you can cut off areas. Because sometimes all you need to do is I need to get rid of this area from my mind, and I just need to focus on X door, X window, whatever. And just being able to do that is really cool. I think that's awesome. And also, it's really funny to see people who like break the bottom boards because they think they're being stealthy, like walk into your fire on kill cams. It's great. Just hang around Goyo. I think he's cool. He's at minimum you should ask someone who's a bit more experienced to teach you where to put that shit. But outside of that, not really a big issue with him. Gridlock, I love Gridlock. Gridlock is definitely one of my most played attackers just because I love busting into sight and causing chaos. Sadly, Gridlock is not a good operator with her gadget from anyone who is even vaguely competent, in my opinion. And I mean that more as I like Gridlock, but Gridlock is not great. Her guns are pretty good, in my opinion, but they're not perfect, and she is definitely not for everyone for being so slow. She's not a great. She's gonna teach you definitely how to fuck up a site real good, really quickly. But outside of that, not much. Grim. I have friends who play Grim a lot. I'm not a big Grim player myself, but I love Grim a lot. I think he's better than Frost, in my opinion. He is like if someone like really wanted like, oh, I like the concept of Capital being able to push something, like hide everyone away. Grim is the best way you can do that, man. I would just start playing Grim. I like Grim a lot. I like my friends like Grim a lot. I like looking at him. He's cool. Cool dude. Habana, Queen of Hatches Habana. Pretty good, man. Not gonna lie to you, pretty good. But she works on some sites. Outside of that, she ain't doing much, man. There are better hard reachers. Ace, especially, has outclassed her in so many ways. Iana's kind of slept on. I don't play too much Iana. A lot of my friends play Iana a bit. But outside of that, I don't really see her going in S. I don't really want her. Oh, man. I think she's a Echo. Yeah, okay, right there. Iana's fun. One thing, I've heard this from basically any corner of Siege. Guys, Ubisoft Montreal. When she gets shot, just ping the person. Just ping the person who shot her. That's all I'm asking for. Because yes, you know where they are because you're on the stuff. But okay, you get swung immediately after. Your team has no knowledge of where that person who shot you was after they shot the drone. So I think pinging when the drone gets shot is a good way to just balance her out more and make her look more useful. IQ is the definition of a teacher in certain situations. She's not bad. She's not bad at all. I like playing IQ sometimes, especially if you have if you're having trouble just finding where sites are because you haven't memorized where sites are yet. Trust me, it'll take a while, but it will make sense when you're done with it. She will help, but overall, you're just not gonna catch too much utility nowadays because most of the time you see the utility on the other side of the door. How do I clear it? Well, you're gonna have to go through that door and get hit by it. So there's no real point to it unless you're bringing like a Twitch with her, which then you just like have your team half of the time looking at their wrist, the other half of the time looking at their phone, and it's just gonna have a lot of issues. Not half your team, like it's 2/5, whatever. Jackal has fallen off so fucking hard. I'm not sure he's worth your time, man. He's a good operator. Jackal's pretty good, but most of the time you're looking down, sniffing feet, bro, and your reaction time in Siege isn't good enough yet. Your sound cues aren't good enough yet to tell when a guy's gonna swing you. There's no point of playing Jackal if you're just starting with that stuff. But if you feel confident, if you really want to play Jackal, he's not going to be terrible for you, but he's not going to be anything good. He's not going to teach you much besides, I can sniff feet real good. Jaeger, I love Jaeger a lot. My God, I love Jaeger. But, he's not a great operator, honestly. His guns are mid as fuck. I'm sorry. I hope he gets that new gun, bro. I really do. I'm begging. I'm praying on that. Without his ACOG, he kind of got thrown off. I was not near peak ACOG days, nor did I play him, or I don't think I played the game when he had ACOG. The point being, he was good with ACOG. He doesn't have it now. He still has great utility. This goes back to the thing, after you die, people are going to be able to use your shit. But Wamai kind of outclasses him a little bit. There's situations where I prefer having a Jaeger, obviously. I'm honestly, I play more Jaeger than I do Wamai if I'm doing grenade clearing. But he's really good. You should kind of test him out, see if that's what you want to be. It's going to make you sit in sight most of the time, mostly just because you want to kind of be there with the guns you have. But without that, it is what it is, you know? But when he gets that shotgun, I'm just going to play him lurky. Cade. Oh, Cade, bro. I love Cade. I might want to put him in front of Goyo. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Screw you. It's my video. Get you're on. Cade is great. Cade tricking is stupid easy. Like, genuinely, like, have your brain easy. He's really fun. You're just going to have a great time playing Cade. He's going to teach you what it means to actually clear up sight. You just play Cade. You're going to have a good time with him. Callie isn't trash, but it's probably not worth your time, dude. Like, there are definitely operators. She's definitely above that. I don't know why I put Clash so far down. You should learn Clash. But Callie's okay. like snipers in Siege just generally aren't good, bro. Like you shouldn't be doing that, but she is fun. And honestly, just watching you kick down a door with your freaking gun and going with your secondary SMG is fun as fuck. But you know, it's good. Capcan. I'll be honest, Capcan is like a C tier operator in the real world. I play a lot of Capcan. He is launched up, I want to say almost A. Maybe not fully A. But he is definitely B tier, in my opinion, especially for new players. Because with the pipes, you can one-shot with just one Capcan trap. Plus, on top of that, that means you have more for intel. I like Capcan like a lot. It's gonna at least have people on their toes, like looking around corners, and that could catch them with their gun down, and that means you can put a bullet between their eyes. But if you're really not into trap operators, which I kind of get sometimes, you're gonna have a lot of issues with him. He's the trap operator, like basically most conceptually makes most sense trap operator. Legion. Legion is really good. Legion has always been really good. I'm gonna put him in S. Screw you. That's my opinion. Legion's really good. He has pretty good guns. I mean, the Riceroni isn't that great. I use him with lurking with that shotgun, bro. I love that shotgun to death. But he's really fun. He's gonna teach you sound cues. He really is, and I think it's really crucial for him and Capcan especially. They're really fun. I have a good time playing Legion. I have a great time playing Capcan, but Legion is definitely more of a makes sense operator. Lion. I love Lion, man. I keep saying that, and then you know what's happening once I say that. You could do so much better than Lion, little bro. Okay? Like, I put an on in front of him, yeah. Lion's good, but if you're not communicating, there's no point to playing him. If you're solo queuing, you're just gonna get yelled at to do it now, and like they're like screaming at you, why did you waste it? He's a fun operator. I love his guns. I love all of Lion's guns, man, to death. But outside of that, hit me that Magnum though. But he's really fun. But he's not the greatest operator. You could definitely do better. Maestro. Maestro's A tier, but Maestro's good. You're gonna have a good time playing Maestro, but it's gonna make you sit on cams lazily, like we previously mentioned with Echo. He's fun, but he's good. He's slow though, so it's probably better to sit on site with him personally. Besides Echo, just because tagging stuff like drones coming through or tagging players to make them go into position they might not be comfortable with is great. I'm talking myself to give him an A tier, but he's staying down here. I'm sorry. Maverick is the definition of a good all-around operator. Great guns. Can't be denied opening walls or holes, and you will never have a cooler feeling opening up a dot hole and like doming someone through it with Maverick. He's awesome. I have a good time playing Maverick. He's really just a fun operator in general. This is not what I lied. Hee hee ha. This is... I am going to cry if I forget this. Oh no. I've been playing Siege for most of my life. This is Malusi. I'm smart. There we go. Only took like 5 seconds of me using my brain. Malusi. She's good. She isn't great though. B could do better. Could do a lot better personally. I would say that almost. Yeah. She's good. I wouldn't recommend playing her though. Mira. Okay. Well, we kind of found it. Anyways, not in front of Blackbeard. I'm sorry. Damn. Okay. There we go. I like Mira though. Mira's fun. Pocket Mira is always a great strategy. And the only real bad thing I can see about Mira is you becoming an ACOG crutch, which is something I kind of dropped because a lot of these realizing more operators have ACOGs than I thought. But you're going to have a great time with her. Fire rate over everything, every day, because I'm a shitter. She's great. You're going to have a good time, man. I would recommend playing her if you're just trying to, like, learn how to set up site. People are going to be very helpful with that overall. Like, I noticed, like, saying, like, hey, can you all teach me how to set up site with Capcan? You're going to get a lot more, no, do this, do that. Then something with a Mira, which is going to be a lot more, you should put it right here. Yes, I agree. Boy, we get to the big guns, bro. We get to Mr. freaking Shield Meta himself, Montangi. Bro, just stay there, bro. There's really no stuff. Like, I don't want to call him a teacher, I guess. Because he's not. It's probably not worth your time, dude. It really isn't. He's decent, but you're gonna have a pretty bad time if I'm being honest. If I'm being like really honest, you're not gonna have a great time with Monty just because he's not really as interesting as people think he is. There's so many ways to counter Monty now, and besides the fact that it's probably more fun to play an operator who has like some sort of gadget besides shield but big, whatever, man. Mozzie, I love Mozzie, bro. I love Mozzie to death, but he is not good at all, if I'm being honest. His guns are garbage. I will say that right now. Maybe I'm just garbage with his guns, but god dang, bro. Even with that fire rate, that damage is atrocious and disgusting. His recoil is pretty easy, though. I'm saying that as a person who plays mouse, so, take that with a grain of salt. He is really fun, if I'm being honest, but it's gonna force you to be on drones a lot, just searching around, and yeah. But don't go outside with the drones at least, or just don't go outside at all. Just grind siege. Do what you want to do. Mute. Okay, well that was pretty light work, no reaction. I put Blackbeard might be better than him. Yeah, okay. Mute is completely and utterly slept on for no reason, bro. You just run mute, bro. Run mute. That's wall denial. That's drone denial. That's a lot of gadgets being denied all at the same time. He's great. Like if a new operator gets released and their thing is like even semi-electronic on the attacking side, it's all just gonna be okay. So mute can counter him. How are we countering mute? Have a good time with mute. Oh, I am a shotgun crutch on God. I am, especially with his, bro, and his and smoke. Oh my God, bro, I'm such a shotgun crutch. But it's too fun. It's too fun to lie on your belly like a snake in front of someone and put like buckshot in their chest. You're gonna have a good time with mute. Play some mute, bro. I want to see it more. Nook. Okay, well that was pretty quick. Bro, she's garbage. I'm sorry. I like Nook. I think she used to be fun when she was silent. Oh, but you can't see her on cams. Yeah, but you can hear her ass. Like it is. Bro, just don't play her. Okay, don't play her, bro. Nomad, too sad, so sad. Nomad, bro. I like Nomad a lot. She is really good. That's probably where I put her. She's fun. You're gonna have a lot of denial. This is gonna teach you about where people are coming from, because you will have a lot of people help by saying, "Hey, drop it right here." And the amount of times I'm generally like this season especially. I think like by the time I'm recording this, I've made like 6 times beating off someone from defusing just because I put a nomad near it, and that's just it knocks them on their ass. Someone comes up and bangs headshots them, or it generally just stalls out timer enough. And she's really fun operator. Yeah, you're gonna be an ACOG crutch, but cry about it, man. I'm realizing I'm probably an ACOG crutch now. I always said I was a shotgun crutch. This is a little depressing. Depresso Expresso right now. Oryx, you could do a lot better than Oryx if I'm being honest. Iffy on that. Whatever, we'll do this. Yeah, Oryx is good. You're not gonna do a lot more site setup than you think. You really are, but that 5 health goes a long ass way, man, and I'm not kidding. But he is fun. The most fun you can have with Oryx, no joke, is using his dashes just to change cover in front of people, because that's gonna psych him out so much. Like an object going that fast straight across their screen, they're gonna go, okay, they're there right now. What do I do? Because everyone's thinking, okay, so we're gonna tackle them from this corner, and the second you move corners, a lot of their plans goes to shit. So Oryx is fun. He's not great. I don't like his guns. I'm a big Oryx gun hater, but whatever. Osa. Osa honestly might not be worth your time, but she teaches you a lot, so I'm just gonna put her, she's definitely way better than all these fucking chumps. Sorry, that's kind of rude. Osa is very fun. They're they. Right? If I misgender them, I'm sorry. Leave it in the comments and make fun of me. Osa is fun, though. You're gonna have a great time with them. But it's probably best to have experienced players or them. Again, I'm very iffy on that. Maybe I'm stupid. You can correct me in the comments, please. Very fun. You're gonna have a good time. Pulse, bro. It's not worth your time, dude. It's not worth your time. It really isn't. I'm gonna put him with freaking Monty, actually. Alright, but Pulse is pretty fun, like I said, but you're not gonna do much, if I'm being honest. You're just gonna have your ass in that camera begging for someone to come through, and it's probably not gonna work out, if I'm being honest with you, man. Ram, honestly, I like Ram more than Ash. She is not better than Ash. I'm sorry, cry about it, but I do like Ram, like I said. Same gun. I always run the same R4C on Ram and Ash on a shitter like that. Make fun of me, please. It's my kink. But Ram is pretty good. You're gonna have a good time. Breaking open doors is the coolest thing, and now that you can jump into a barricade without the barricade being broken, it's really fun to have a teammate just throw a ram and you jump in immediately after. It shocks everybody. The new girl. Oh my goodness, my brain is blanking. Raura or Rura? Raura. I'm going with Raura. If I'm wrong, make fun of me. She's not great, man. She's definitely better than Castle, in my opinion. But outside of that, there ain't much, bro. You're not gonna learn a lot, honestly. She's gonna teach you where a lot of people are gonna swing, definitely. But you're just gonna end up shooting toes, and there's gonna be no real point. And the most fun I have with her is just running around screaming, "King Von, Glock with the switch," and that's about it. Rook, honestly, is just a weaker Doc, which just means he's good all around. Like I said, you're gonna become a fire rate and ACOG crutch probably if you just play him. But the amount of times that extra health and that revive have saved me is not even close to funny. Even if they drone you out, they know where you are. They know all of you have armor plates on. That doesn't matter. because that self heal will put so much pressure on the enemy team to just sprint in and get that kill that it's gonna get them killed. And oh man, you could do better. You definitely could do better, but you can't hate on Rook. I like him. Rook is fun. Sense, okay, dude. What's the point? You used to be able to hit like Glaz and Sense together, and it was kind of too low level. More ops would kind of like lift each other up almost. But you can't do that anymore, man. They won't let you see through it, which is stupid as fuck to me. But Sense is just garbage, man. Don't play Sense. This is Sentry. Sentry is a teacher in good conditions, if I'm really being honest. Yeah, they're better than that's a perfect place for him. I like Sentry. I think he could be fun, but there's no real point. There's so many operators that do what he can do better. If you're bringing barbed wire and a shield, man, no joke, genuinely just bring the person's name who I forgot. Malusi. Yeah, right above him. Genuinely, it's just not like worth it. Like, oh, I'm gonna bring C4 and impacts. That's benefiting no one but yourself, little bro. Like, just there's better operators on defense, but we'll just kind of show that just, if you're playing defensively, don't pick him, man. Really don't. Scopos. I'm be honest, man. I really like playing Scopos. This is like a big thing for me. I'm a big Scopos fan, but you are definitely gonna have to learn where you are in the map really quickly, or you're gonna fumble the bag really, really hard, dude. And I like Scopos, like I said, but it's definitely not for new players. Sledge. Honestly, Sledge is kind of what you want in a new player to be doing, because they're breaking utility. They're trying literally as hard as they can to be useful, and they're gonna succeed. I like Sledge a lot. I think he's definitely gonna help you with like he's kind of like a lesser Buck in my opinion. Where I like his guns a lot, if I'm being honest. But his gadget's just so outclassed now. That freaking hammer, it doesn't matter anymore, bro. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's still fun though. You're still gonna have a good time playing him. But it is what it is, man. Sledge. Smoke. As previously mentioned, I'm a big Smoke fan. He's S tier in my opinion. You can run through your smoke. Okay, yeah, it's going to cut off people from going that direction. It's going to cut off people from seeing that direction. That means they can't see you. Yeah, it's kind of inconsistent. Even with CJax, I think it's a little inconsistent. It's a lot better than it used to be. Sometimes you can look at old kill cams, look at like Smoke BS clips or Smoke's Smoke doesn't work, and you'll just see how terrible it is. It is a lot better now. Still a little wonky in my opinion. But like I said, he is fun. I'm in a shotgun crutch, like I said, but he's really fun. You're going to have a good time. I forgot this one. Solus. No, I didn't forget. There you go. I just lied to you. I'm sorry. You could do a lot better than Solus, in my opinion. She is a better IQ by definition, but not by much. Like, I don't really enjoy playing her at all. I don't like her guns. I think IQ's guns are so freaking superior. But I saw this and I have to stop my rant because Striker's goated. Striker's a goated white girl with the sauce. I'm sorry. She objectively is. She's really fun to play, and being able to open hard breaches by yourself is awesome. Objectively, it's awesome. And it's really fun. If you're solo queuing, there's not a better operator. Even if you're like just with some teammates you want to lift up, or at least like become like the GOAT of the team, play some Striker, bro. The Chanky Kank, bro. Tachanka, brother. I love you, Tachanka. I love you so much. You are so fun. But brother, they massacred my boy. I like the tanky tanks a lot, but you can genuinely walk through his fire. You just can. Oh yeah, but you're at half health. That doesn't matter. You're in sight with the knowing where that fire came from, bro. So the Tanky Tank is dead. I like playing him, man. He's awesome. And actually, he's probably not worth your time. He's fun though. You're gonna have a good time, but you're just that gadget isn't gonna do shit, and it's just gonna be cumbersome, and you're not gonna do much. There's no point. Thatcher is the definition of you could do better, but you could do so much fucking worse. In my opinion, at least. He's gonna teach you. It's gonna put like if you like get worried about getting yelled at Siege, which is something you should actually be worried about. There are losers out there who just do that. Thatcher is great because no matter what you do, your guns aren't great. Okay, I'll admit that right now. But your gadget is so good at opening and destroying shit that people will not care. No joke, people will not care. They'll just go, he tried his hardest, man. He did what we want him to do. He broke or disabled utility, and he opened up the walls. Okay? He helped open up the walls. He's not an actual hard breacher. But he's great. Thatcher's pretty good. Play him. Thermite. Oh, Thatmite. Oh, what a combo. I'll be honest. I think Thatcher is Maverick's like rival in a way of like they're battling for trading spots right now in my brain. I might put Maverick ahead just because I like both his guns way more. I'm sorry. I really like Thatcher, and I think he's a great pick. He still is, in my opinion. I think with a couple modifications of him being able to detonate his his big old charges in separate areas at the same time, I think would be a lot cooler. but he is Thatcher might. He's part of that might. You know, he will always be part of that might. And I love Thermshire. I love Thermshire. Thorn. Thorn is not worth your time. Listen, I like Thorn a lot. I play too much Thorn for someone who hates her as much as I do. But her guns are gonna make you really wonder, why the fuck am I not just running an operator with an AR, or why the fuck am I not just playing freaking Capcan with a napcan or napcan, whatever you want to call him. I don't know his actual name. I just call him Capcan. I think that's wrong. I don't speak German either. But Thorn is great. Thorn is fun, but she's just so garbage, dude. You have to like pair her with Melusi. You're gonna have to pair her with barbed wire to get like any sense of utility out of it, and it's still probably not worth your time. Thunderbird. Thunderbird honestly isn't as bad as people say she is. She's not great. She's not great at all. But she could be a lot worse. I'm like right there. I think that's fair. Yeah, just use your brain when you're using her. Don't make a healing room. That's stupid. Please don't put all three next to each other in one room. And just try to spread them out as much as you can, man. That's my biggest hint. And I don't play her a lot. Tubarão. More love to Portugal. Sorry, Cav. Tubarão's honestly really good. You could do a lot better than Tubarão. You could do so much worse than Tubarão. He's fun. I forget the name of the gun, but he shares that gun with Maverick that shoots a 50 cal Beowulf. Love that thing, bro. Fairly fun. That's like one DMR will actually use. He's fun. This is a very self-reliant kind of operator where you're just gonna be, okay, I see them breaking down that wall. I'm gonna prevent that. Also, huge strategy. When you run out, there could be a claymore or like I was previously saying a nomad charge or something. Throwing that, like, I'm pretty sure at the ground is where I usually throw it, like directly at the ground before we break that barricade. We'll freeze that so you can jump out and shoot it and get into the action outside. Even I do it before I can even be pinged because I'm as fast as fuck, boy. But yeah, it's good. Twitch. As previously said, don't like DMRs besides the two that Maverick and Tubarão share, 2B as I call him, because I think it's funny as fuck. But Twitch, man, Twitch in certain situations, Twitch fell off hard in my opinion. And I don't play her at all. Like, yeah, you're gonna clear utility. Great news, you also like present the biggest sight picture known to frickin' man with how big that drone's ass is. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I have never like even like thought about missing a Twitch drone because it's just that easy to freaking get her. It's like, oh yeah, I could take. I'm like Maestro on wheels. No, you're not, little bro. You are not. I'm sorry. Valk has always been a pretty good operator. She's not great. She's not perfect. I like playing Valk though. I mostly just play with the Desert Eagle because I love that thing too much, but she's really fun. You're gonna have a good time. And if you use your brain, it really doesn't matter where you throw the cameras. As long as you're like vaguely even thinking about it, you're gonna be fine. Vigil, I do not touch with a 10-foot pole. Okay, it's probably not worth your time. Vigil's a great operator still for most reasons, in my opinion. Oh yeah, but he's really easy to see. That doesn't matter when people are just quick checking cams. It's really hard to tell, man. It is. It really is. If they're just quick checking cams, and you'll catch a kill or two off of that. But the second they bring roam clear like Deimos, you're cooked, man. You're cooked parfait, little bro. Wamai. Here's what we're thinking. Wamai is objectively better than Jaeger. I don't think he's a better teacher, though. Because you have to use a lot of your brain power to use Wamai, in my opinion. I don't think his guns are good at all. I'm sorry. I really don't. But what he is he's probably right next to Jaeger, actually, now I think about it. But he is fun. He's objectively, like I said, a better operator. But he's not a better teacher. But he's good. You can still play him. Warden I haven't played in a long ass time, if I'm being honest, but he will teach you some stuff as long as you use your brain, like I said. But having to stand still in smokes, man, bro. Rainbow Six Siege, Montreal, bro. I think I said that twice in this video. Whatever, bro. Just please let him just move and see through smokes. It can't be that deep. Speaking of smokes and flashes, Ying is high B in my opinion. She's good, but you're really only gonna use her just for her gadget. Her guns aren't that good, and I say that as someone who really wants her guns to be good. I really want to play a lot more Ying, but I can't. Zero is good all around, if I'm being honest. He competes with Valkyrie. I'm gonna put him in front of Valkyrie, just because of the coolness factor. He's really fun. MP7, man. The spear's good, but the MP7's so good, it's not even funny. Just play that. Iron Sight, no joke. Like, him and Blackbeard, the only operators I run Iron Sights, and that's not a lie. He's fun. You're gonna have a good time with him. Last one, Zofia. Listen, man. Listen. I do not play a lot of Zofia. No one in my friend group plays a lot of Zofia. One guy, one time, one literal, I'm pretty sure it was a quick play match, gave a full, no joke, video essay about why Zofia is better than Ashe. That video essay he described to me, that I'm pretty sure he came up with on the spot, pretty good, pretty convincing. Not convincing enough to get you in S tier, bro. Not convincing enough to get you in reaching distance of Ashe, unless you're counting parallel corners. But outside of that, pretty good operator, I guess. She's just kind of weird most of the time. I don't recommend her to like newer players unless like they really want to play like Breacher like that. But I would just play Ash, alright, or a Ram. Anyway, point being, with your list done, if you disagree, you yell at me in the comments. It'll be funny, as long as you're hating but funny. I don't care. Yeah, that's my opinion about all these. Thank you for your time. Bye. Peace and love.